Hello, everyone. Sarah Pararia here from the Sporty Show, joined by a very special guest today, a Super Eagle legend, a player who has played across Spain for over 10 years, and an AFCON winner, of course. It's my pleasure to introduce Mutiu Adepoju. Thank you so much for being here and speaking with me today.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I'm happy to be here with you, and the AFCON that is going is very interesting.
Well, exactly. And you know what? I actually realized you had done some work with our co-workers over in Lagos from the Live show, Victor and Co. And so you have a connection already with Sporty. Nigeria, this AFCON, have been absolutely outstanding. You must be so proud, but they're the only team that have gone and won all of their matches so far. They just had a brilliant performance, a statement win against Algeria, of course, and we're going to see them up against the hosts in Morocco. But do you think that they can go and win this whole tournament?
Yes, it's very possible because Nigeria has been there before, and looking at the way they have, they started this AFCON from the first game. They kept on building on the team and improving game by game, and to this last game that they won, I think they have really done very well. Nobody would have thought, because of the performance during the World Cup qualifier, that they didn't win. Qualify, and all I was just saying that not qualifying for the World Cup was very bad for Nigeria, and for the players too. And the statement they had to make is, winning the AFCON, and they've gotten to the semi-final stage now. The last AFCON they got to the final, and the Nigeria was beaten by Cote d'Ivoire, and they did well then too. And now they are doing very well. So it's possible for them. It's going to be difficult because Morocco is the host country, and Morocco will not want to lose in front of their fans. And well, it has happened before. We have gone to Tunisia, and we won in 1994. We won outside Nigeria, and other teams too that have lost, and we have lost in the final in 2000, the AFCON 2000, which I was a part of it. We got to the final, and then Cameroon defeated us in Lagos. So it's possible for Nigeria if they continue to play the way they have been playing, and emphatically and all that, it's possible for them to win. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy because Morocco have a very, very, very good team, strong team, and Morocco has even demonstrated in the last World Cup that they got to the semi-final and all that. So I think it's going to be a very, very strong match, and very welcome, competitive match on Wednesday.
Yeah, and I think you're right. That 12th man from the Moroccan fans is going to play a huge part in this match. But you said something about how over these games, Nigeria have been progressing, and they've kind of been getting better and better, it seems. Do you think that Eric Chell has really solidified this squad? Because you mentioned, as we all know, of course, the World Cup qualifiers from Nigeria were, to be frank, poor, especially for a nation we associate so much with football, especially in Africa. You know, you expect Nigeria to be at the World Cup, and now they've seemed to really turn it around, and they are playing with some serious grit. Do you accredit Eric Chell to a lot of the changes, the positive changes at Nigeria right now?
Yes, yes. I think when Eric Chell came, it was a very, very difficult situation in which Nigeria had to qualify for the World Cup, and he came, and very few coaches would take up that job, knowing Nigeria as it is, and a big country in Africa that wants to qualify for the World Cup, and at the edge of being eliminated, and the coach came. So it was very difficult for him, although he has done everything possible, and the record has shown that all the matches that he has done he has done very well. So right now, I think he has done a great job. And what I could see was the tactical change in the team. Formerly, Nigeria used to play 4-3-3. Now he's playing 4-4-2 diamond formation, in which all the players in the attack and then in midfield, they participate, they move, and change positions and all that. So the tactical changes, really, really helped the team, and brought the potential out of the players. And I could see that, he has, done a great job, doing that. And I just have to congratulate and give him kudos for what he has done so far with the team.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. The tactical changes, especially that diamond formation, Ademola Lookman has been thriving, playing in his, what I would think is his proper position. But, we know of Ademola Lookman, we know of the Victor Osimhen's, the superstars of this Nigerian side. But I wanted to ask you about a couple players that during this competition, I think, have really solidified their name for the Super Eagles. And I'm talking about players like Calvin Bassey, Alex Iwobi, and Wilfred Ndidi. These players, to me, it's been such a pleasure watching them.
Even Bright Osayi from the right fullback too,
yes.
He has really done. Ndidi has solidified the midfield, and Alex Iwobi, given the passes and all that. I think the coach has just discovered all the potential and how the good part of the players. They are strong where strongness where they are strong, and yes, gotten that, and making use of it, and the players, they are really putting up their best, and we could see the best of the players in all the positions that they are playing. So they are really doing well. Osimhen is at the brink of the highest goal scorer that Nigeria has. Rashidi Yekini, he is about to break that record, and he's really doing very well. And the movements in the front, Lookman is doing very well, and all of them. I think they have just been showing their potential that they have.
Yeah, absolutely. Even players like Aker Adams, scoring his first few goals for the Super Eagles. It seems like everyone has seriously elevated. The last thing I want to ask you, though, about the Super Eagles before we move along is obviously everything that's been going on, unfortunately, outside of the football. We've seen so much of the headlines and the speculation regarding whether or not the players are getting played, and the situation between the players and the NFF. And I wanted to ask you, as of course a former Super Eagle, how disappointing is it to hear about this situation, especially because it has been taking away from just how good Nigeria have been in this tournament?
Well, I just want to say thank God, nothing happened really. And I believe, it was just, something that, should have been addressed outside. And I was very sure that, even the players, protested like that. No player will want to lose playing or getting to the AFCON final. Because of that issue. It's something that is happening, and I think it was miscommunication or out of communication or whatever. Because we all know the bureaucracy of getting approvals and all that in Nigeria for all that. But I believe it shouldn't have been something that could cause controversy and all that. Yeah, I was very, very disappointed with that. And I wouldn't say the players or the government or NFF. I won't just put the blame on anybody. But I just believe that this that has happened and that the world has seen will make everybody to sit up and try and make a decision and do everything well and at the time that's right to take all those decisions.
Yeah, I really hope it doesn't affect like I said, the way Nigeria has been playing, because I really do think the Super Eagles have everything to go and win this whole AFCON. So let's see. Time will tell. But let's shift our attention from the Super Eagles to right here in Spain, because you had spent a lot of time here in Spain, of course, in Madrid, in playing alongside, of course, Real Sociedad and Racing Santander. And Racing is the team I would like to speak to you about, with a big match coming this week for them. But before we get into that, can you just tell us a little bit about your time with Racing Santander? You had 4 seasons there, 25 goals. Was it an enjoyable time of your football career?
Yes, I mean, it was the beginning of, I mean, the rise, I mean, that I had. Yes, I mean, I got to Real Madrid, Castilla, in 1989. That was where I started, and spent, I mean, 3 seasons in Castilla. And that period, only 3 foreigners could play. I was not able to get into the first team, which was, I mean, what I mean, really wanted to play for the, I mean, first team. But I mean, unfortunately, Racing Santander came for me, and I think, I mean, after I scored 3 goals against, I mean, Racing Santander, that we won 4-0, and they came for me for the following season, in which, I mean, they were in the second division, and I joined them in the racing, and it was, I mean, a good, I mean, movement for me. It was, I mean, a very, very good movement, in which, I mean, I was able to express, I mean, everything that I had in me, and we were able to get promoted into the first division after so many years of Racing being in the second division, and that was, I mean, a great, I mean, upliftment for me. And I had a very good year, I mean, good 4 years, in which I cannot forget, I mean, the love, I mean, that, I mean, the people of Santander had for me, and the way they used to shout my name. I even had Peya Solemio. Peya Mutiu Solemio was the name then, and it was, I mean, fantastic. It was, I mean, great moment for me. And I mean, that was, I mean, the year I had my first daughter too in Santander. And I mean, just 2 days after getting promoted, I mean, promotion, or 2 days before we got promoted to the first division, my daughter was born. And it was, I mean, very, very good memory, great city, great people, and great club. I mean, Racing Santander. And I really, really want to see them back in the first division.
That's so touching to hear that. It really sounds like those few days must have just been absolutely beautiful for you and your family, and of course the team of Racing. But you mentioned how after so long of being in La Segunda, Racing was promoted to La Liga, and it looks like this season we might see something similar as they sit atop of La Segunda. 21 matches in, they've only had 5 losses, and we've seen players like Asier Villalibre with 10 goals this season. He brings so much experience from La Liga. Andres Martin as well, 10 goals, and he's been brilliant, these two. Do you think that we can see Racing back in La Liga next season?
That is, I mean, really what I wished, and I'm sure this year is going to be, because last year they really did, I mean, very well too, and I mean, they just, I mean, missed, I mean, the promotion for just, I mean, some few points. But I think, I mean, this year is supposed to be the year that, I mean, they are coming back to the first division, and I wish, I mean, really, really wish them very, very well to get, I mean, they have, I mean, what it takes. They have, I mean, the players, the management, I mean, even the stadium and the fans, everything is, I mean, for first division. And I think, I mean, it's, I mean, the moment now. They missed it, I mean, very last season, but I believe this season is going to be the season they're getting back to the first division.
Can you just tell us a little bit about the fan base for Racing and the city itself, for maybe those who aren't as familiar with this team and with this fan base, and like you mentioned, the stadium?
In fact, the city is, I mean, one of the most beautiful cities in Spain. I happen to have been to the three beautiful cities. Which was Madrid, then Santander, then San Sebastian. I was so
Not bad.
privileged to have been able to live in those cities. Santander is a very, very beautiful city, and at the beach and everything. With Santander, Cantabria is beautiful, and I really, really wish to be there very, very soon.
Wow. Well, I actually will be going on Thursday, so hopefully it lives up to
Oh,
the name, because I've heard, like you said, really beautiful things about the city, the people, the food, the beach, everything. So I'm quite excited now. You're building it up for
my
me.
regards to everybody there. Just tell them that Mutiu
I will.
is saying hello to them.
Oh, I will. I'll definitely let them know. But of course, on Thursday, they will be taking on La Liga leaders and the Supercopa de España champions as of last night, Barcelona. Now, we did see Racing take out Villarreal in the Copa del Rey, round of 32. We're talking about one of the best sides in La Liga in Villarreal. So we know that they have, the ability to play these big names, but how do you think Racing Santander will fend against Barcelona on Thursday?
Well, I think with the caliber of players that they have, definitely Barcelona is one of the biggest team in the world. Let me just say, in Europe, in the world, and that's just an understatement. But looking at Racing, when I was there, we played against Racing Santa. Against Barcelona, in which we did our best and all that, and even against Real Madrid, and sometimes we had victory. So I believe with Racing Santander, with the kind of game they are playing now, with the caliber of players, yes, they will try their best, and who knows, it's always difficult when you are playing against a smaller team. I won't say Racing is a smaller team. Racing is a big team, but now in the second division, and I'm very sure that they will give Barcelona a lot of fight, and I don't know, probably they will be able to win them in the game. I think it is possible.
Yeah, especially I find in these tournaments like the Copa del Rey, when a lot of players will be on rotation, and the Racing is going to have the home advantage. And like you said, the Sardinero Stadium, pardon me, is going to be booming for sure, backing their side. But we spoke a little bit about the management of Santander and Jose Alberto, but how have you thought Hansi Flick has done with this Barcelona side, and just winning that trophy last night will kind of propel them in the right direction into this match against Santander, no?
Well, I think Barcelona is Barcelona, definitely. And if you're talking about playing good football, winning and all that, Barcelona have that edge over Santander. But I just think Santander in Copa del Rey, you can never believe that, or you can never say that one team is big and one team is small. All the teams come with the same strength, and then try to outwit and outplay the other team. And definitely Barcelona is going to have a rotation, though they have all the players that can be play at any moment in Barcelona. But I'm very sure that Racing Santander is going to give them all their best to make sure that they try to beat Barcelona. And
Yeah, and
whatever
I don't.
comes up,
I don't think it'll be easy for either side here, if I'm honest. I think this is going to be a great matchup. But if you are Santander, is there one player in particular at Barcelona that maybe you would try and shut down or confine maybe more than others? We speak about Barcelona and they do have a selection of players here. But is there one that stood out to you this season that you would try and say, okay, this is the player that we really need to watch out for if they play?
Oh, definitely. Uh, uh, this striker, sorry, the captain.
Captain, which one?
Oof,
There's a
what
few.
have I seen
Rafinha?
with him? Rafinha, yes, Rafinha.
Pedri, Frankie de Jong, also
Pedri,
captain.
yes, Pedri, Rafinha, Pedri, and those are the players. Because Pedri from the midfield, he has that skill of giving passes to Rafinha, and Rafinha is very, very, very fast, very quick, and very, very intelligent. So they have to take care of. And Lewandowski too, if he plays, is very intelligent and experienced striker that get goals every time. So and all the players of Barcelona, they should just have to be be careful of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, I think you have built this matchup and the city of Santander so much. I'm quite excited now, and I will definitely, whoever I speak to, whether it's fans or players, I will send your regards that way because I'm sure they remember you
Okay.
so fondly. But before I let
Yeah.
you go, I did want to ask you for a prediction for the AFCON semifinal between Nigeria and Morocco.
Oh well. Definitely, I want Nigeria to win. Sorry about Morocco, because Morocco has really done very well, and with the infrastructure and everything that they have put in place and everything for this AFCON, it's great great thing that they have done. But unfortunately, I'm Nigerian as well as this father. Then we really like Nigeria to win 2-1.
Brilliant. Okay, well, listen, we're backing you here at SportyTV as well, having a lot of viewers in Nigeria too. I think would be happy to see the Super Eagles fly into the final. But I do want to thank you again for taking the time to speak with me. It's been an absolute
Yeah, it's my
pleasure.
pleasure.
I
It's
wish
my
you the
pleasure.
best of luck in AFCON, and let's see what Santander can do
Thank you.
against the mighty Barcelona this week as
Yes,
well. Mutiu
I wish them
Adepoju.
the best. Thank you. It's my pleasure. I wish
Thank you
everyone
so
all the
much.
best. Thank you. Yeah.
If you gentle, mighty God, us,